Hey FlossTube, and welcome. My name is Sheldon, and this is Sheldon in Stitches, a YouTube channel about cross-stitching and a little bit of book talk sprinkled at the end. Today is September 27th. It is 11 o'clock in the morning, and this is FlossTube number 16. So welcome or welcome back. If you're coming back to watch, I appreciate it. It has been a couple weeks since my last update video. I have been very busy. It's been about, I think, 3 weeks. I think I last filmed on September 1st, and today is September 27th. So it's been a while. I have been busy. I was going to film, and then stuff kept coming up. I just kept getting busy. I didn't have time, so I have time today. So I have a lot to talk about and a lot to show. As usual, I start with a little bit about what I've been up to. So the beginning of September, unfortunately, Chuck is my dog, in case this is your first time watching. I'm sure he'll make an appearance at some point. Chuck had a little bit of an upset stomach, so we had to deal with that. I was very fortunate with Chuck when I first got him, and he's my first dog that I've ever had. And potty training went really well. Like, he picked it up right away. I didn't have any problems. Like, it was pure luck that I didn't have any problems. But earlier this month, when he had an upset stomach, there were problems that I had to deal with that I didn't have to deal with before. So that was an experience, but he's all good now, and he's fine. So that's good. And then what else? I went on a few hikes, and me and my friend are trying to hike in places that we haven't hiked before in Manitoba, which is where I live. And so we look up places, and then we try to go to places that we've never been. So we went to one, I think early September, we went to one that we didn't think we've gone to before. We were hiking, and when we were like, oh, wait, we've done this before. It's not new. So we need to maybe write down what we've done so we don't do the same ones over again. But that was good. And I also was helping a friend with a grad sale, I think second weekend in September, and I brought some of my stuff, and I was like, okay, so just here to help. I don't plan to sell lots. My goal, I think, was $20 I was hoping to make. I made $134. It was such a good weekend, so I can spend that on some stitching stuff. And then the last weekend before this weekend, I was going to film, but I ended up going to a friend's cottage for the whole weekend. And it was really nice. Like, I just went away for the weekend, and I unplugged, and I didn't look at my phone or anything. I was just kind of just enjoying reading and doing a puzzle, and we played games. I think ended up playing 23 games that weekend, so it was a lot of fun. It was a really good weekend. Yeah. And then also, earlier September, it was the anniversary of me living in my house. So I bought my house a year ago, September 9th. And yeah, so I've been in here for a year. I love it. I do not regret anything about it. It's great. Maybe the mortgage, but besides that, yeah. So that was fun. I went out and celebrated and had supper, and it was a very good day. So that also happened in September. And then last but not least, it is the beginning of fall. And fall is my favorite season. So this is like my favorite time of the year, and I just love like the nice cool weather. I get to wear my sweaters, and I get to enjoy the leaves and the color changing. So that's also just something that's going on, as I'm sure all of you are aware. So that's a bit about what I've been up to the past couple weeks, why I haven't been back to film. I've been busy, but I'm here now. So let's talk about cross-stitching. So I guess the first thing we can talk about is haul. I'm still doing really good. I have not bought anything, actually, in a very long time. That might be changing soon, but it hasn't yet. But so far, no purchases. I did, however, get something in the mail. So if you remember back to my last video, I participated in Canada Swaps. My project, which was that bag with the wind chime melody on it, I was sent off to my partner, and she actually messaged me, and she says that she loves it, and she's keeping her, what was it? She's keeping her English paper piecing stuff in it, which I had to look up what that was, but that's awesome. I'm so glad that she found a use for it and that she liked it and that, yeah, went really well. So very happy to hear that she enjoyed it. And I got mine in the mail. So mine came quite a far away. I won't say where it came from in Canada in case, I don't know, but it is not close. They're not close by. But yeah, they sent me this nice card with all the information, and this is what I got. Isn't it cute? It is very well finished. I still have a lot to learn finishing pillows. The pattern is Autumn Sampler, and it's by Primitive Stitchin, and it's on 40 count. So I don't have anything on 40 count. I have not stitched on 40 count, so I'm very happy that I have something now that I can look at that's on 40 count. I enjoyed the little pieces of corn in the center there. Yeah, it's very good and they're very nice. Packing fabric and then the finishing. So, love it. I'm very happy with it. It is going to go up on that shelf with the rest of my cross-stitching stuff. It'll be my third, I guess, gift, or yeah, cross-stitching gift, so, or stitching gift. So that's what will go up there. So thank you. I messaged the person, but thank you so much. I love it. I very much enjoyed my experience with Canada Swaps. I think what I have learned next time is to not leave it so last minute. I mean, I still had lots of time, but I would like to start a little earlier, so it's just more of like a doing it slowly and not kind of the pressure of having to get it done. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good experience. So that's pretty much all it for haul. And now we can go into WIPS. So I have 5 WIPS that I have been working on the past couple weeks. The only thing that I've been kind of following is working on Farewell to Anger every day, which I have been done, except I think I missed 4 days because I was away, but every other day I have done at least 50 stitches on it, and some days I've done more, so I have lots to show for that one. And then everything else, I just was kind of working on it when I had some time or felt like stitching on it. I didn't really have any solid goals or plans, but that is going to change, and you will see that when I get into plans. So we will talk about the 5 WIPs that I worked on. The first one that I always start with is my Temperature Tree by Stitchin Mummy. This will be a gift. It is a birth sampler, so every leaf is the high for the first year of my friend's kid's life, and it is getting there. It's not done, obviously, but this is where it's at. So I have gotten quite a bit done. I'm very happy with the progress that I've made on it. So I don't really remember where I was last time, but I am now on the 3rd to last branch, which is technically the October branch. So, oops. So I'm working on this branch, and I just have 2 more branches, and then I think I'll put their name at the top and the birth date at the bottom, and then it'll be done. So I'm hoping to finish it. My tentative goal is beginning of next year. Their birthday is around that time, so I hope we can finish it before their birthday and then give it to them for their birthday. But so that is that one. I've started to get into the cooler colors, and you can see, I think this leaf right there is the coldest color, or the second to coldest color, that light pink one. So, and I will be using all of the colors, so it gets to the lowest and it got to the highest, so that's fun. But yeah, still working away. I am still averaging roughly 2 stitches a day, or 2 leaves. I said stitches last time. 2 leaves of the tree a day. So I'm making good progress. It's getting accomplished. I can see the end in sight for that one. I've left most of my projects in their bags because I've found that I've been misplacing stuff and losing stuff. So I'm sorry about all the zipping, but I need to keep it organized so that I don't lose any more things. Okay, so the next one that I will show is my Farewell to Anger. So this is my Full Coverage by Heaven and Earth Designs, designed by Leonid Afremov. This is the project that I'm trying to stitch 50 stitches a day on it. I stopped for a couple months, I think. But then in September, I picked it back up, and I've been doing it every day. And then I had a kind of a mini goal September to finish the page that I'm working on. And today's the 27th, so I still have until the 30th. So I still have like 3 days, 3 to 4 days to finish the page. But I've made quite a bit of progress on it. So that's where I'm at. So the bottom of the page, I was looking. I believe the bottom of the page is here. So that's not it. So where those little stitches are, that's the bottom. So I just have this little bit left here, a little bit of there, and a little bit there. So I don't have much left. I can totally finish it before the 30th. The problem is, though, I carry my threads onto the next page if they're there. I don't like just stopping and having the straight lines because I'm worried it will cause problems when I finish it. So I stitch into the next page if a color goes there. I mean, this branch obviously keeps going. It keeps going down, right? And this one keeps going down too. But I stop when the thread runs out. So I will finish it, but it's more than what it looks like, because obviously that would take like one seating, right? Like that's probably maybe 300 stitches, if that. But I stitch into the next pages, so it takes more time. But I'm really happy. I've been doing at least 50 a day. There was one day I think I got to 200 that I would put into it, and so that kind of makes up for the 3 days that I missed. But it's close. Page is almost done, and I can move on to the next one. And I'm very excited to work on the lamppost. So the page will be finished before next video, and we will be starting over there. That's that one. So, okay, then the next one, I believe, this one. So this is my round robin piece. So this is the round robin I am doing with Jason of Jason X Stitches, Andrew the Runner Stitcher, and Yoshi the cross stitching guy. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen Yoshi's latest video, he shows T-Berry tile, and he talks about the colors that he picked. That's my project, and I love them. They're great. So I'm very excited to see the progress on that, and to see what he decides to stitch in the center. So anyway, this is Eclipse. Where is the cover page? There it is. So this is Andrew the Runner Stitcher's piece. He finished his upper quadrant, and I am working on the next one. So this is Eclipse by Carolyn Manning Designs. Oh, we might have a guest. There he is. There's Jack. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Oh, can you see him? There's nobody there, so you shouldn't be barking. This is Chuck, who I was talking about, who had some stomach issues. He's all good now. He is happy and healthy, so no worries there. So I was talking about Eclipse. This is the round robin piece, so I'm working on my section, and I didn't get a lot accomplished, but I did get some. So this is where I am at. So you can see that I finished across the top. So this is the edge of the piece. And then I've just been taking the color and then finishing the thread wherever I see colors in it. Yeah, and it's been fun. I'm really enjoying actually working on this project. I think it's so much fun. So good choice, Andrew. This was a good project. It's fun. I like the colors. It's not complicated, so it's not like I have to concentrate a lot when I'm stitching on it. I have to watch the color changes a bit, because there's it's not, like you can see on the finished part, like in the square, the orange changes, right? And it's so you have to focus a bit with the pattern, not to make sure you don't stitch the wrong color in the wrong spot. But luckily I have Andrew's finished section to look at when I'm stitching. So, and that's that. So that's how far I've got. There is no deadline or rush to finish it. It's a very easy going round robin, so no stress, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to stitch on. So that's that one. I pull it out whenever I feel like it. I tend to do a strand when I pull it out. So I'll pick a strand. I pick a strand that's up in this corner, like up here, and then I try to finish it. So I finished the orange there, right? Then I did the orange there and the line down there. So yeah, it's been fun. Really enjoying it. It's a very good choice for a round robin piece. Okay. And then the next one is the Extraordinary Bird Sow. I just felt like working on it because the sow has finished. So all the parts have been released. I am not very far. I think last time I checked, I was 40% complete. Maybe 47. I don't remember. But I just felt like picking it up. So I picked it up and I worked on it. Actually, I worked on it quite a bit at the beginning of September. So I know I got a lot done. I just don't really know where I got it done. But this is where I am at now. So I know that I finished the Castaway. That was a lot of stitching. I think I might have done the shadow in there. And then did I finish that bird as well? Maybe that bird too? And then I probably did. Oh, I was working on the bird down here. Yeah, so I jumped all over the place, and I just been enjoying it. I was hoping to keep around 50% when the stitch along was going on, and then that didn't happen, and then now I'm just working on it for fun. So there's no rush to finish it. This section, actually this like section, maybe not to there, is all done. So that's fun. I'm not sure when I'll pull it out again because I have lots of plans, but it was a lot of fun to work on. So that is where I'm at. Oh, I might have done some in the tree as well. Maybe I worked over there too. Well, you can see in the before and after where all I worked, but I was jumping around quite a bit when I was working on it. Yeah, fun. And then last but not least, I'm working my other round robin piece. So this is my Stitching Connections piece. Stitching Connections is put on by Jason X Stitches, and I'm working on 100 owls. So the plan is that I will finish 25 owls and then send it off to the next person. As of, I think, Friday, Canada Post is on strike, so there is no mail going out anytime soon. So I won't be mailing it anytime soon, but which is probably for the best because I am not very far along. So I was hoping to work on this and finish that owl in the center. I did not finish it because I lost some of the floss. So like I mentioned, I had to keep my projects in bags because I've been misplacing stuff, and my craft room's a bit of a mess. So I couldn't find some of the floss for this project, so I didn't work on it until I found it until I worked on it now. So there's some progress, but it's not a lot of progress, so don't hold your breath. But this is where I've gotten to. So I think it's just a little bit here. It's not very much. I would like to finish this owl and move on to the next one. That's what I need to work on. So this is definitely part of my plans, is to keep working on this. Maybe just work on it a little bit each day so I don't get burnt out, but it still gives progress. So I need to pick up the pace. But yeah, so that's my other round robin. And that is all of my WIPs. So I'm gonna grab a drink of water. So that's all the WIPs that I have worked on in the past 3 weeks. I think that is all that I will talk about for WIPs. Now we can go into my plans. So for my plans, I have quite a bit to talk about. This will probably be a long video, so hopefully you have some good stitching and some coffee or some tea to keep you company. So first we're going to talk about my new start. So I have a couple new starts that I've been wanting to start, but I haven't been starting them because I've been enjoying the projects that I've been working on. But Jason and I got talking and we just decided that we needed a new start. So we're having a new start. So we're starting Nevermore by Leela Studios. I have had this in my stash for a very long time, at least a couple years, more than a couple years. But I haven't started it yet because I'm not 100% sure what the floss that I want to use are. I don't want to follow that floss that she chose exactly. I want to change it up a little bit. So I'm still deciding on my flosses, but I really want this to be a project that I can put into my library. I think it suits a library very well. And actually I have the complete works of the Raven. Anyway, so I forget what I was talking about. Right, so this is a piece that I would like to finish and hang in my library. And I think that I want it small. So I want to stitch it on a smaller count fabric. So I have a 40 count, which, remember the pillow? I've never stitched on a 40 count before. This is 40 count vintage homespun. I think it's by Dying to Stitch. I don't remember where I got it from. I think I might have ordered it online. Yeah, so it's a 40 count. It's like a very like browny fabric. Like I think it would be a perfect like an old page of an old book. That's what it reminds me of when I saw it. So I'm thinking I might stitch it on here. I'd be using one strand, obviously, right? 1/2. I've never done a 40 count before though. So I'm worried that if I started on this and I don't like it, it'll make me not want to work on it. But I guess I could just start it and then if I don't like it, just change it, right? But I'm still not 100% sure about the fabric. I definitely want it. I want it on a like a dark brown, like a page from a book, old page from a book fabric. And then I also bought at Stitch North when I went there. I bought this floss. This is Wednesday. It's a nice variegated red and black floss, and I bought it for this project. So I would like to use it. I was toying with putting it as instead of the black that the Raven is stitched in, and stitch the Raven in this instead. And then use that color wherever that symbol is on the chart. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. I still have some thinking to do. We're starting this on October 1st. I still have some time to figure it out and to figure out my colors, but yeah. So that's that. That is my new start. That is October 1st. I need to get the rest of the floss out of my stash for it. I'm thinking I'm going to do a mix of other Roxy floss and some DMC. So that's one of my new starts. I might start something else too because there's 2 other projects that I've shown in previous videos that I really want to start. So I might just throw caution to the wind and start them because why not, right? Okay, so that's my planned start. And then I also would like to keep working on Farewell to Anger every day and definitely work on my 100 Owls piece. I think those are the priorities as of right now. And then my other plan is to work on WIPS that I have not touched this year. So I was going through all of my WIPS and and I was thinking like, oh, it's okay. I still have time to work on them. It's the end of September. I only have 3 months left to touch everything, and there's still 18 projects that I haven't put a single stitch in. So my plan is to touch them all. Previously, I've been playing like Battle of the WIPS, or I've been like doing random picking of projects. And I found that as of like recently, that hasn't been working out for me very well. So my plan is to just have a plan to work on these 18 projects. So I'm going to show you all 18 projects. I'm going to talk about what I would like to accomplish on each of them before the end of the year. And then I'm kind of thinking that every Sunday I can at least touch at least one of them, if not more than one of them. And then obviously more than that, because I have 18, there's less than 18 Sundays left in the year. But, and if worst case scenario, if it's the end of the year and I only have like 3 days left, I will pick up a project, put a few stitches in it, and then go to the next one. And just as long as I each get a few stitches, then I'll be happy. But I'm hoping that I can accomplish a little bit more than that. So I hope that you're comfortable. We're going to talk about my 18 WIPs that I have not touched this year yet. So I'm doing them in order from oldest to newest. These are not all my WIPs. I think I'm up to 50, what was it? 57? Or no, sorry, 46 or 47. I'm around that number of WIPs. And I think I have 3 that I want to start, so I might reach that 50 in October. But these are the 18 that I want to work on before the end of the year. So my oldest WIP is my Starry Night full coverage. It is a bend away kit. It was the first project that I stitched on. Oh, it might be the second, because I threw out the first one that I stitched on. Anyway, this is my oldest WIP. This is my oldest WIP. So there was a period where I only worked on this WIP and nothing else until I discovered that you can do that. You can work on other WIPs. So I finished a page, and I apologize that none of these are ironed. They're all have creases in them. So I finished the first page and I'm working on the second one. So I have quite a bit done. It's a pain to work on because it's a paper pattern and it's not a very good paper pattern. And so I miss stitches because there's so much confetti in this project. As you can see, like there's a lot of confetti. So I think my goal for this one is just to get 100 stitches into it. And I think those 100 stitches are going to be over here. Oops. So 100 stitches over there, and that'll be good for this year. And I'm going to put everything back, otherwise I will lose things again. Okay, so that's first of 18. The next one is, this is Ohm. This is a project that I'm stitching for my mom as a gift. She likes elephants. So I love this project so much. Like all that back stitching will look so good when it's done. I don't have tons on this one done either. It's stitched on, is it 28 count? Yeah, 28 count ivory, which I thought was funny. And this is how far I am. So I don't know my goal. Maybe my goal will be a strand. I know there is half stitches and blends in this project, but I think a strand, just stitching one strand in it will be my goal. If I do more, great. If not, that's okay. But yeah, so that's that one. Okay, next is Pandemic. So this is the Long Dog sampler that most people got for free during COVID. That's what it looks like. I'm stitching this on 36 count, 1/2 with Silks for You PR 135. So it's like a variegated green color. I have lots of it. Oops. So it like goes from like a really bright green to like a yellowy green. And it's on 36 count, I don't know what the fabric is. I'm not sure. It's 36 count. And this is how far I got, or how far I am. This, I think, when I first started it, it was my snow project. So whenever it's or the first snowfall of the year, I generally pull this one out and stitch on it. It has not snowed yet, so that's probably why I haven't touched it. I think my goal, I think it might be 2 strands, at least. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I get to. 2 strands would be nice. 1 strand will be good if that's all that I get, because there's 18 of them. So that's number 3. Number 4 is Friends Quotes. So this is Friends Quotes by, is it Stitch Area? Yes, on Etsy. This was a birthday gift that I got from one of my friends. Her and I are huge Friends fans. We tend to go to Friends Trivia whenever they have it. So this is that project. This was a birthday start as well in 2021, so it's a bit of an old project. It is on a 32 count. It looks like mocha, maybe? I'm not sure, but I don't have tons as well. That's how far I'm. I think a good goal would obviously be to finish the quote. I want to quit the gym. Where's the pattern? Maybe the gym and the little barbell. I think that'd be a good goal. It's not tons. And it's all one color. So yeah, that's my goal for that one. Okay. What number are we at? 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. 5 is Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expression Needlework. I'm just using the DMC on, I think it's Clouds Break, 32 count. I don't even remember how far I am on this one. So I'm still doing the specialty stitch band. It takes me some time. Oh, I would love it if I could finish that band. They look pretty good. So it'd be nice if I could finish those specialty stitches. That would be a really good goal. If I remember, once I started going with it, they weren't that bad. Some chuck hair on it. But that would be nice, actually. Maybe I'll try it. I'll try. That'll be my goal for that one. Oh, my neighbor's out. He is on guard. Okay, and then next we have... What's next? Next is Color Blocks by Needle Delights Original. So this is my counted canvas piece. So I have all of the specialty threads for it. It's so much fun. I need to get back to this one too. Yeah. This is on a, what do you call it? Wayne's canvas, right? With all specialty floss. So we'll put that over there. So it's a bit of a big project. It says in the project to write on it with pencil, and I don't like doing that, so I kind of stopped. But I'm working on the second block. So I finished the first one. I'm on the second one. So my goal will be to finish the second one. I think it's a variegated floss. Or no, it looks like it's 2 colors. So there's just 2 more colors to finish this one. So that'll be the goal for that one. So that's that. My next one is the Shire. So I don't know if you've been watching my channels from the beginning, you probably heard me talk about how I started this project over, I think, 3 or 4 times. Like, I just wasn't happy with the look of it. I tried doing half a strand on 28 count, like over 1. I didn't like it. I tried so many things, and eventually I was just like, you know, just do what you like the look of. So I'm doing it on I believe this is a 28 count, and it's just 2 over 2. So it's not anything interesting, but I like the way that it looks, and it'll still be small enough that it's not going to be huge. I think the goal for this one, I think since it's all 1 color, I think just to do a couple strands of the blue. I think that's a good goal. Whoop. Maybe I'll actually show it. Can you see it? I would like to get more done on all of these projects, but when you have a lot of WIPS, you just don't touch everything as much. So this will be a couple strands, and that'll be good. Oh, I didn't say. This is the Shire by Country Magic Stitch. Okay. Next is There's Always Room. The next one is There's Always Room by Maximum Cross Stitch. I love this one too. This is a good one. So I'm stitching it on, I believe, Panettone by Roxy Floss and the Roxy Floss Co. conversion. I only have the border done, or like not even the whole border, just, it goes that way, just the green in the border. My border did match up though, so that's good. Oops, can't even see it. There. It needs a good iron. So, what should my goal be for that one? I don't know. Maybe to stitch a couple flowers in the border? I would say 1 flower, but that doesn't seem like very much. Maybe those 2 flowers? Just as a start? I don't know. If you can think of a good goal, let me know. I don't want to count too far in because I don't want to make a mistake. Oh, maybe that. I could do that little motif there. I don't know. We'll see. If you have any ideas, let me know. I would like to get more done on it. So that's that one. Next we have, I believe, the antique border motif. Do I have a picture? I don't. I'll have to insert a picture of what it looks like when it's finished. And then this is how far I am. It's on a, I believe it's a 16 count raw Aida. So I have a good amount of that first border done. There's still the second one to start over here, and it is skinnier, so that's nice. I think it'll just be to put a couple strands in. I don't think I will plan any finishing motifs. I'll just put a couple strands in, and that'll be that one. But so that's that one. That was Antique Repeat Motif. The next one is Autumn in Sita. This is by Crosette Agogo. So it's quite, again, another huge project because I like big projects. I have a good amount on this one done. It's on a huge piece of 32 count. And this is where I'm at. I need to cut this fabric. Can you see it? Yeah, so I got the first like little section, a good amount done. I believe it is finished up to this, oh, not the top border, but it's everything inside's finished up to that house. So I think a good thing to finish, maybe the border up to that house, like the top border. It's not a lot, but it would be a lot of like little stitches. Yeah, that'd be a good goal. See if I remember that when I work on it again. It's not tons, but it's a good thing to accomplish. So that's that one. Gotta keep everything together. Okay, the next one was ink circles. So this is Reflections of Amsterdam. So I'm doing this in 2 colors. One of the colors will be all the houses and the inside, and the other color will be just the bikes and the path. So those colors are, I know one is Chai by Color and Cotton, and then Apple Fritter by Classic Colorworks. So those are the 2 colors. And this is the project. So it's not a lot. Again, I think it'll just be a strand of floss. I don't want to make too big of goals because I don't want to not complete it. So I think just a strand on this one will be good. I would like to do some of the Chai stitches just to see how it compares. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe a strand of each. Maybe that's a good goal. Okay. So that one is that one. And the next one, I wanted to go back to see, as I was sure that I worked on this one this year. This is When You See Remember Me by Modern Folk Embroidery. I was so sure that I worked on this one this year, but I was going back and I couldn't find it, so maybe if anyone saw in a previous video, because I know I started my FlossTube January 1st. So if I worked on it, somebody would have seen it. But I don't have it in my records, so I'm guessing I didn't work on it. But I have a good amount of this one done. So this could be a good one to keep getting progress on to finish. So that is how far I am. Needs a good iron again. So I've gotten a good amount done. So I think maybe that'd be too much. I was gonna say maybe I could do this, but that's a lot. I could finish the words. That's not tons. Maybe the words? Yeah, I'm thinking it'll rather be the words or another just a strand into it. But this is stitched with the Verland floss from Roxy. And I believe this is on It's a 32 count. It's a brown. Okay. So we have that one. And then the last one on this page is another modern folk embroidery. This is the small Christmas sampler by Modern Folk Embroidery. So I am doing it in green, not red, and I have that much done. So for this one, I'm thinking just a strand. Just a strand in it, that's all. It'll be good to pick out all these projects and iron them and give them all some attention. It's funny, like after going through all of them, I didn't realize that there were so many that I still haven't touched yet. It's just because I just tend to gravitate to what I want to stitch, and then I forget about other projects, and it's good to have goals that I want to accomplish, to stitch on all of them. But, I didn't put this back in it. Okay. And then the next one. The next one is my Halloween Quaker by Leila Studios. So this one I'm not very far on. I know that. I started it the year that I started so many projects just because I wanted to have it as one of my WIPs. And I tend to only pick it up on Halloween to stitch on it. So, which is also, it's my only Halloween WIP, which is probably also why Jason is asking me to start another one, because I need more than one, apparently. So this is how far I am. I also remember that I waited a long time for the fabric. So this is Whimsy by Picture This Plus. And I have the witch completed. The witch and her broomstick and the moon. So I think next will be those bats that are right there. Those 3 bats, I think, will be a good goal to finish. Not too much, but just enough. Okay. I don't know what number we're on. I've lost count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So, where is that one? There it is. So the next one is The Post Office by Little House Needleworks. That's The Post Office. I'm doing both Post Office and the bookstore. I've already worked on the bookstore this year. I haven't worked on the Post Office yet. So this is the Post Office. In case you're wondering, that's the bookstore. But that's the Post Office. So I think for the Post Office, I guess definitely finishing those last few stitches there. I guess, and then just pick another color and do a strand or 2 on it. I think that'll be good. So that's that one. And then next is my Holiday Quaker by Leila Studios. I wanted both, so I started both. So that's what it looks like. This, I am changing the colors. So I don't want blue in it. I probably will change them, maybe a white, maybe red or green. We shall see, but I don't want the light blue in mine. This is on, what's it called? Chalice by Picture This Plus. And I think all I have is the reindeer. So it'll be good to get, maybe I'll give him a friend. Yeah, the goal will be to stitch another reindeer, I think. I think the one I have done is that one because I started in the middle, so I will work on that one. That's the goal. I do love Christmas stitching, but generally in the month of December I'm working on my countdown box, so I don't do much other stitching except for the countdown box, so my other holiday pieces don't get tons of project progress. Okay, and then two more. So, second last one will be a restart. This is Sanctimonia. It is a Heaven and Earth's design full coverage by Amy Stewart. That is not what I'm stitching it on. That is the old one. That's what it'll look like, but I can put a picture of it maybe in color so that you can see it. I was debating not stitching all of that, but I'm going to do it because it's a small. It's the mini. It's the mini version. So I started it on the vintage smoky white 25 count. Somewhere right there. And it was just a pain to stitch. Can you even see them? Probably not. Decided to get new fabric and to restart it. So I have to frog all of that out, and I will be starting it on 25 count cream. That is the plan. I think the cream color, like the floss that I was using, I think is this color. So that will show up on there quite well. So I didn't want a white background, I wanted a cream color. So I think this will work. So my goal would be 100 stitches restart for that one. And I guess to frog that out so I can use it for something else. I have all the DMC ready to go. Hi, buddy. So that's that one. And last but not least, we have, I believe it's a maximum cross stitch pattern. This is September's Return by Maximum Cross Stitch. So, last one to put some progress in. I don't even remember what I have done. Oh, well, a little more than I thought. I have one of the hills finished. That's fun. I think a good goal is to finish that other house. So the one that's beside the one. So I have this one done. I think my goal will be to finish that house. Is that a good goal? Yeah, I think it is. So that will be the goal for that one. And if when I show it, it's something else, that's okay. Okay. There we go. Those are my 18 projects I have left to touch this year. I think showing you and talking about them really helped, and I will be able to get all the progress done, right? So that is that. So that's all. That's it. That's all I have for my cross stitching and all my WIPs. I think that was quite a bit. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if this is where you leave, thank you so much for coming to watch, and I will see you next time. And if you're sticking around, we will talk about books. So since my last video, I have finished 3 books, which is a lot. So I'm very happy with that. And I'm currently, I think, 10% into the book that I'm reading now. So we can talk about books. So, the first one that I finished was Hammett by Maggie O'Farrell. That was the one that I was debating if I was going to recommend for my book challenge for my friends to read. And I don't have my book because it is with my friend, and I think she finished it actually, and it's going to my other friend next. So I picked it. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a very good book. I can see how people it wouldn't be their choice of book because it's very sad. And I knew that not everyone likes sad books, reading sad books. I like all kinds of books. That was fine for me, but I can understand why people were a little mixed on it. But I loved it. It was so good. Like, a little bit about it, just in case you're like, do I read it? Do I not? So before I talk about it, I need to talk about something else. So, I love reading, and I love talking about books, and I love diving deep into them and like talking about like metaphors and like symbolism and if I liked it or not and what I thought about it. But I think one of the reasons why I don't tend to do that with people is because my opinion or my interpretations can be different, and I don't know. I just want I don't want to I don't want anyone to be bothered by how I interpreted the book. Like if I liked it, but they were like, I don't know. I would like to state that books are very much open to interpretation, and that everyone can have different opinions and and they can like books and they can't like books, and it's okay. So that wasn't how I wanted to say that, but basically I'm trying to say that if you don't think my opinion is correct, that's fine. You can tell me that's not correct, and I will appreciate the conversation. Hammett, I really enjoyed Hammett. I think it is. I think I enjoyed it so much because of the Shakespeare aspect of it, and how the author incorporated the Shakespeare and gave it a new life, if you will. And I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. I thought Angus was such a good character. And it was a very good book. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And if you aren't aware, there is a movie coming out based off that book. So if you read it, you should watch the movie too. That's my plan. But yes, very good. I really enjoyed it, and it was a very good book. Highly recommend. Actually, all the books that I finished, the 3 books, I would recommend them all. They were all amazing books. The next one that I finished was Before the Coffee Gets Cold. So I've been wanting to read this book. I know it's a series too, so there's tons of other ones in this series. But I just finished the first one. I probably won't get to the rest of them for quite some time because I have lots of books I want to read. But I loved it. I knew the plot before I went in. Like, I didn't know how it was going to end, but I knew the story before I started it. Basically, it's about a coffee shop that allows people to go back and talk to anybody they want with some stipulations. And it's just so good. I really liked it. It was such a good... I believe it also was a play first and then a book, which is also probably why I like it a lot, because I can really see it as a play. But yeah, so Before the Coffee Gets Cold, that is the author, Toshikazu Kawaguchi, maybe. A very good book. I'd highly recommend it. It's a very quick read, and it was really good. I loved it. I love the story. I love how the characters' stories kind of intermingled with each other, and like, yeah. And I think it probably is an amazing play. So that's that one. Okay. The next one that I finished was James by Percival Everett. Put a picture of that book in case you're not familiar with it. I loved it. It was a very, very good book. If you're not familiar with it, it is the story of Jim, which, if you've read Huckleberry Finn, he is the slave on the raft with Huckleberry Finn. So it's that story from his perspective. It won a lot of prizes, and it is also on the list of 100 best books of the 21st century voted by readers, which is what I'm trying to also read through, right? So that book and Hammett is also on that list. But yeah, I loved it. It was a really, really good book. It gave off to me the same kind of feel that Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, gave off when you read those ones. And it was just a really interesting perspective. I don't know, I just thought it was clever. It was a very cleverly written book. I made the mistake of reading other people's reviews after I finished it, and I was like, why did you hate it? I don't understand why you hated it. Like, it was so good. I don't know. So, I digress. It was also a very good book. I'd recommend that one as well. So, those three books, all very good reads. I'm very happy with the ones that I chose, and yeah. And then the one that I'm reading right now, finally, is The Winners by Frederick Backman. I have been waiting since I think earlier this year. You saw me finish Us Against, or You Against Us Against You, or You Against Us, by Frederick Backman, and I loved it. And this is the last book in that series. I was waiting to read it until I was ready. I'm gonna be very sad when I am done because I love this series and I don't want it to finish. You ever have that when you're reading a book and it's so good, you don't want to finish it because you're loving it so much. So I am a 10%. It is a very long book. It's just under 1,000 pages, so it'll take me some time to read, but that's okay. I'm loving it. So that's what I'm currently reading, and if you've been watching me at all, you know that I love Frederick Backman, so it's good. So, and that is the last thing I have to talk about. So I'm sure this is a longer video, which I hope everyone is happy with, and that you enjoyed seeing all of my WIPs. I am excited. I am excited to start working on those 18 projects and getting some goals done on them. With still having the freedom to work on what I want. And I think I do want my 3 starts in October. So I don't have as much going on in October, like as events and like trips and stuff. So I'm thinking I should have the time, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. But I want to thank you all so much for coming back and for watching me talk about my stitching and helping me decide goals and see what I get done. So I hope that everyone has time to put in some stitches and to turn some pages, and I hope that you are well. And I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, everyone. We're going to talk about my new start. So I have a couple new starts that I've been wanting to start, but I haven't been starting them because I've been enjoying the projects that I've been working on. But Jason and I got talking and we just decided that we needed a new start. So we're having a new start. So we're starting Nevermore. So I decided there's cross stitching like everywhere, so he can't get down easily. So, oh, he jumped over it. That's how I'm feeling about that's how I'm feeling about this book. Oh. Did it stop? Yep, it's still going. Hopefully we can cut that out.